Man, I gotta say, for this being the final WWE pay-per-view that will be on the official WWE network before moving to Peacock, I gotta say, man, WWE Elimination Chamber tonight was actually a pretty good, decent event. But before I get into this full WWE Elimination Chamber review, I just want to go through some matches that were supposed to happen on the show, but it didn't. So we were supposed to get Asuka versus Lacey Evans, but of course, obviously finding out the news that Lacey Evans was pregnant. So because of that, Lacey Evans will not and did not compete tonight at the Elimination Chamber. They did announce on the kickoff show that Asuka was still going to defend her championship. Many people were rumored that it was set to be Peyton Royce, but then, shit happened, and I guess Asuka, it just didn't make the final cut. And Keith Lee was supposed to be a part of the triple threat match for the U.S. title, but unfortunately, due to Keith Lee being out with an injury, he was not able to participate in the match. So big ups to Keith Lee, man, and I wish him a speedy recovery. But man, this was such a short ass pay-per-view. Like, dude, by the time we got to the main event, we were like an hour and 45 minutes into the pay-per-view, and I was like, Jesus Christ, we're already in the main event, and it's hitting 8:45, you know what I mean? But I don't want to waste any time here. Let's get to it. So we kicked off the night with the WWE Elimination Chamber match for a Universal Championship match, which literally took place after that match. Daniel Bryan defeating Jey Uso, Kevin Owens, King Corbin, Sami Zayn, and Cesaro. This match was pretty good, actually. I thought this was a really good way to open up the show. Cesaro and Daniel Bryan were two of my favorites to win the match, so I'm really glad that Bryan won the match. And, I thought so far this is a pretty good match. Really good opener for the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. So then after that, Roman Reigns didn't waste any time. He was basically saying fuck this, I'm not going to wait until later on in the night. We're going to do this right here, right now. So he comes out, he attacks Daniel Bryan, and he just beats the hell out of Daniel Bryan, and he wins by a technical knockout. Just killing Daniel Bryan. But it's not just what happened after the match. It is what happened after the match, actually, because after the match, we got a spear from Edge. Edge spearing Roman Reigns, not only in retribution of what happened this past Friday Night SmackDown with Roman spearing Edge, but Edge officially announcing that he will be going after Roman Reigns. So it is official, ladies and gentlemen. WrestleMania, Roman Reigns will be defending the Universal Championship against Edge. And, a lot of people have been saying, he should face Daniel Bryan at Mania, or and Edge should face Drew. But guys, Edge and Roman, in my opinion, is the better story right now. Daniel Bryan had his moment. He had his story. It's time for Daniel Bryan to move on. If I could give Daniel Bryan an opponent for WrestleMania, I would go with someone like maybe, Rollins. Because I don't think this is the end of Daniel and Roman. I think they're going to have one last match at Fastlane. And if they don't have a match at Fastlane, I saw this thing on Twitter, which I think is a good idea. Since Christian is now wrestling, well, not full-time, you can have Roman and Jey Uso take on Christian and Edge in a tag team match to really hype up WrestleMania. And I think that would be a really cool little tag team match playa. But anyways, we get to the next match. It was a triple threat, my apology, folks. Triple threat match for the WWE United States Championship. And in the end, Riddle defeats Bobby Lashley and John Morrison. He pins John Morrison and Matt Riddle. Well, Riddle wins his first championship in the WWE main roster. And like I said, man, this was the best way they could go about it, because this fits Lashley to a T, because now Lashley can move on from the U.S. Championship. He can go after Drew, and one of the main events, Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley, and you just have Bobby Lashley just destroy Drew McIntyre and become the new WWE champion. That's the best way they can go about it. They could do a Miz cash in, but honestly, I don't think a lot of people really would care about the Miz reign. I think they would morally care about a Bobby Lashley reign. So again, Bobby Lashley needs to be built. Well, he is being built up, but he just destroys Drew, and they have a great match, but either way, he wins the title. All right, so we get a tag team match player for the Women's Tag Team Championships. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler taking on Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. I thought this match, it was okay for what it was worth. I knew Nia and Shayna I knew they were going to win, obviously. I think what's going to happen, maybe Sasha might down the line turn on Bianca Belair and align herself with Reginald, and you get Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair, or either way they just kick Reginald's ass or something like that. But like I said, man, this tag team match play, it was okay for what it was worth, and Nia and Shayna retained. So we had the WWE Elimination Chamber match. I thought the WWE Elimination Chamber match was really good. It was a really good main event. That ending sequence, though, with the Claymore from the Phenomenal Forum, I mean, that sequence was crazy. But in the end, it wasn't Drew McIntyre that's walking out Elimination Chamber, the WWE Champion. Because after the Elimination Chamber match, Bobby Lashley comes to the ring. He destroys Drew McIntyre. The Miz cashes in, and the Miz becomes the WWE champion. And I like it, but at the same time, I don't like it. I don't really like it because I think McIntyre should have walked in as WrestleMania, the WWE champion. You had an opportunity to do Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship at WrestleFreakingMania, but you decide you want to give it to The Miz. Now, then again, Bobby could fight The Miz at Fastlane, destroy The Miz, and then go on to face McIntyre. I don't know, but I don't know. But all I can really say is congratulations to The Miz. So tell me in the comment section, what were your thoughts on the whole pay-per-view, and what are your thoughts on The Miz becoming the new WWE champion? Subscribe to the channel, like, and yeah.